Hello friends and beautiful people. So I did a video a little bit ago and I showed you the difference in peppers, and now I want to show you just a small difference in some of our tomatoes. So my kitchen's a hot mess right now. We've got 2 dehydrators going, we've got 2 incubators going, we've got a canner that I'm getting ready to use, I've got a roasting pan out that I'm getting ready to do tomatoes. So it's a hot mess in here. But let me see if I can do this for you. So this is me. There we go. So we've got tomatoes here, and I can't get you a good shot. I stink at this, but those are being quartered up or worse, and prepared for the saucepan. So I'm going to put you so that you can see the cutting board, because I really want you to see. And what I might have to do is just move here's my scrapnel. I'm going to move this over. Let's see. Sorry. It's taken me a second here. But I want to make sure that you get a good visual for what I'm going to show you. All right, so this is our Genovese tomato, and this is an Italian variety. It gets all the little lobes on it, and they're prone to doing a lot of this on the back. Let me see. These are excellent for caprese salad and just for quartering up and eating any kind of salad. I can throw some of them in when I can, but I don't do a whole lot of them in there. This is going to be, there's 2 different ones that we have. There's a Costello, anyway, Costullo or something like that. And then there's this Genovese one, and then there's actually one out there that combines both names. We have 2 different forms of this tomato in our garden. Next year we will only be growing one, and I'll just whack-a-doodle in here. I want you to see the meat. See how these are real meaty? These are great eating tomatoes, which is not the point of the video, but I did want to show you those. So this is a black creme, and what they do is they'll get red on top or green on top, and then they'll start their ripening from the bottom, and they'll be a dark color. These are an excellent eating tomato, and you can see we've had a lot of rain after a lot of a dry spell, so you're going to have those kinds of issues happening. And when I cut them, I just, you just whack the top off of that. These make excellent fried green tomatoes. I'm actually going to slice this one this way because we're going to have burgers. And there you can see how much meat is in that one. These are very flavorful, super intense tomato flavor, excellent eating tomato. And now here we have our Amish Paste and our Roma. So this one is the Roma. Romas are a smaller tomato than an Amish Paste, and this is real similar to what my San Marzanos would have looked like had I grown them. And this is usually my preference for canning. Again, we had dry and then we had super, super wet, so we've got that going on in the top. The Romas aren't as affected. Now, one of the things I want to show you, cut the end off of that because this guy's going right into the pile of tomatoes that are quartered up for the canner. So there you can see a real meaty tomato, excellent for sauces, soups, stews, any kind of cooking that you need a lot of meat for. That's an excellent tomato for that. Now, let me show you my weapon of choice. I gotta cut a little more of this one off just because those things go deep. You can hear my chicken in the background. All right, so this is the Amish Paste. See how much meat is in that tomato? And again, we'll have to go in and cut out some of the yellow before we quarter it up to can it. But these are one of my favorites for pasta sauce. This is I don't have any problems with my pasta sauce thickening up when I use these 2 tomatoes. So I usually grow both, and here's the difference. These are, while they're big and meaty, and you get more out of 1 tomato, you get so many tomatoes on this Roma plant that they literally will fall off even before they're ripe, and you have to bring them inside to ripen them. The plants just fall over with tomatoes. And so I always like to have these as a backup plan. But another reason, and I think it's worth mentioning, is these are super easy to peel when you are blanching. If I was doing like a diced tomato or something like that, I would you just blanch these long enough till the skin splits, and then you just rub it and it comes off. Both of these are super easy to do, whereas this guy, not so much. He's a little more problematic, and his skin doesn't let go as easily when you blanch him, even in the same water, because of all those lobes. He's not as much fun to peel. And then we also have a cherry tomato. And I showed you the champagne bubbles that I did this morning, but this is the cherry tomato that we grow out in the garden. And obviously we use these for caprese salad, regular salads, just to snack on, although we prefer to snack on the champagne bubbles because they're small and they can always fit in your mouth, and you get that little squish of tomato juice when you bite down on it. But these are very abundant on the plants as well. This is an indeterminate plant, which means it just grows and grows and grows forever. And there's so much fruit on this that I filled up my t-shirt twice, just picking, and we just picked 2 days ago. So they're just a super, super resilient, never have problems with blight on these at all. And these are great. Now, what I will tell you that I do with these guys is I don't put too many of them in my pasta sauce, but I do throw some of these in my tomato juice, because these will sweeten up your tomato juice. And my husband likes, he and my daughter-in-law like their Bloody Marys, and so I always put these in for just a little bit of a sweet factor for them, because I like to have a lot of these on hand. So, and that's just kind of just a real quick video I wanted to show you on the different types of tomatoes. I always appreciate seeing the difference this way on tomatoes, just so that you know whether you want one for juicing, or these are great for juice too, by the way, or whether you want something with a little more meat to it for sauces. So that's it. Until next time, be blessed and be a blessing.